Hello and welcome to Don't Starve. MessHazel here, and we are on day 80. Now, this has been a long, hard trail, let me tell you. We are still on our first life, and we are headed home, and I will show you exactly where we're holed up. I expect I'll be in for another winter pretty soon. And I'm just now trying to build back up from a catastrophe that happened in the summer. And I will show you when we get back up there. It's a little bit of a journey. We just have to follow this road all the way up, looking for treasures on our way. You can see some ice forming now, so it is into fall. I'm not sure exactly when the winter's going to start. This area's got a lot of tree monsters and frogs in it for some strange reason. We have learned to deal with the frogs. We had a run-in in our camp where it was just filled with frogs, and that was before we got our gates up. We have been collecting wood and flowers and berry bushes, and what I've been trying to do is replenish the grasses that we've been using and replenish the twigs that we've been using by regrowing them. And you'll see a big, I think, is this the one? There's a big field of grass that I just planted. We missed out on a lot of the eggs from the penguins last year, and they're all still sitting around rotting. Okay, so this I think is our turning point. Yes. To the right is a pig village that was inundated with spiders, and we helped clear most of them out. There was a big mother of all spiders, and we set the woods on fire right before we had an issue with our sanity and had to flee. But we just replanted all this grass for the rabbits down here. This is not near our camp so much. And there are frogs everywhere. We trap them when we can. Okay, so I don't know why my bees haven't been making honey. That's weird because I've only harvested it one time. Anyway, we started the game somewhere in this area. When the game started, we were here. We walked this way and immediately found a touchstone, which we have not used yet, by the way. And then we saw, let me get this rabbit trap. Is it used? Okay, it's used. All right. And then we saw this statue area, and we decided to make it our own. Well, I built a wooden fence around it. I activated the touchstone. I built a wooden fence around it. I think I had 4 gates. And I had my science machine and a alchemy engine. I had the freezer. And in the summer, let me eat something. That might be spoiled. There we go. And in the summer, I had forgotten to pick up a charcoal that was laying next to the fire, and it spontaneously combusted. And because there was a little jog in the fence right here, it caught the whole fence on fire, which caught the chest I had over here on fire and burned up anything Fortunately, it didn't burn up my gears or anything like that, but anything that could catch fire caught fire. All my gardens caught fire except for one, and that was over on the other side, which now is 3. The only reason that my siesta lean-to didn't burn was because that section of the wall was all rock, because I couldn't go get any more logs at the time, and I had a pocket full of rocks, so I made that stretch into stones. So it didn't burn my lean-to down, but it about burned. It burned all my berry bushes. It burned all my gardens. It burned my whole wall down. It burned my science machine. It burned my alchemy engine. It burned my chest with most of the stuff inside, and it just burned everything that I had worked for all that time. It had burned it. And so I have spent all this time rebuilding, and I think I'm at a point where I am doing not too badly. I've got a lot of berry bushes up to the north here, and over on the other side I've got some gardens. I've started planting twigs, and I've started planting grasses again. I have easy enough access to several large herds of buffalo. The rocks are not too far away because I have the brick road running almost all the way down through the land with jutting off points as to where I need to go or not. I have started my first beehive. I have collected a lot of flowers, and I went through a spell where almost all of the flowers that I had planted outside my camp had turned to evil flowers, and I had to pick them and burn them because I just didn't want that bad mojo around. So I picked them and burned them all. I've been catching butterflies so that I could have a good supply of flowers. But I had 3 gardens over here that all burned. I have planted a lot of flowers over here that have started to spread a little bit. And my bee box, I don't know why there's no honey in it, because like I say, I've only taken it once. I've planted a lot of trees around my camp. I have 5 gardens over here, and a pretty steady supply of rabbits either here or out front, and I'll show you that too. So when I think I'm doing good, something usually happens to destroy me, so we'll see how long we can survive. I don't mind going through another winter, but I definitely do not want to go through another summer. Those are harsh, and I mean harsh, because you're always fighting that spontaneous combustion, and it's just, boy, that's killer. I don't know. I definitely don't like the summer, and I think I have the game set for a short summer, but no matter how short it was awful. It was just awful. But here I am. I'm still alive. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and eat this watermelon so I can pick up this carrot. And I can't get any more crops right now. There's another crop that burned. I'm so glad my siesta lean-to didn't burn, because I really needed that. So I've got a good supply of charcoal again. I just went exploring looking for flowers, and I got some charcoal. I did have a thermal stone, and I don't see that anywhere, and I don't know what happened to my thermal stone. Maybe I put it away. Yes, I did. Okay. Well, it's about time to start carrying that again, but let me see if I have anything that can go in there. I don't think so. I've got some grasses and berry bushes that I can plant, so we may have to go back and get some more beefalo manure. I have been using rot for a lot of it, and so I have quite an extensive garden, and usually If there's a turkey or two that comes in here to get my stuff, I can usually kill them off so that they don't eat all of my berries. Let's see, do I have any rot? And I only have 3 manure. So we'll go ahead and use the manure we have to get these bushes going, especially if winter's coming. I've been trying to keep up grass. It's so hard to keep up everything. But I've been keeping a steady supply of seeds, and we've been doing all right. We've been doing all right. So there's some rot. Let's go up and grab that. And we'll go ahead and eat this carrot. Now I'll show you, if we follow the road, let's see. Okay, if we take the road under my camp and come this way, and I'm going to take a few of these grasses along the way. We probably don't need to start collecting ice right now because winter's coming and we don't necessarily need ice as much as we need other things. Oh, I went the wrong way. Okay, let's get up here on this road. I have built some markers, duh, you think. Alright, so when you leave my camp, if you look at the map, if you leave my camp, go straight out of my camp and hit the road, there'll be these 2 markers here. And then you go up. All the way up the road, and I've got these walls built. And you can just go follow these right to the beefalo, and I've got a fire pit over here somewhere where we can stay the night. Oh, it's in that ring of trees. So over in that ring of trees, but we'll see what the beefalo are up to. It looks like they're not ornery. And this is only one herd. There's a bunch of beefalo over here. So we can hang around and get some manure for the next couple of days. Come up here. The ring of trees is here with the campsite in it. And we can stay here for the night. And the nights are getting longer, of course, because winter's approaching. A couple of my trees up here have died. We'll need to make some traps. Traps are what saved me. Traps are what helped me help the pig people get rid of all the spiders. They had some big nests around them, and I was surprised. The nests were so big, but they didn't have any jumpers in them. I have seen a few nests with jumpers and barely escaped out of there with my life, but I haven't seen a lot of the jumpers in the ones that we vanquished from the pig village. And they had a nice field of flowers, and they have a really nice field of the bigger berry bushes. And so as payment, we would take flowers and berries for helping them with the spiders. And we about eradicated spiders in their whole area, so they're doing pretty good. They still have some frogs hopping around, but I don't know. Let's see, I've got some pine cones, so let's go ahead and get our axe. As long as we're trapped here for the night, we'll go ahead and chop these trees down, because they're not doing any good. And we'll get our shovel and we'll try to dig some of these up. Oh, pine cone. Okay. and then we'll replace them. Hopefully no tree monsters are going to come and get us. Alright, so we're going to plant some more evergreens in the circle. Okay. Oh, and there went my shovel. Okay, so we'll put a couple more pine cone or trees in here in the circle, and then we'll go back to the beefalo and we'll get those out later. Okay, here's some rock. We'll take that home with us. And I don't know why that ice is melting, because it should just be getting colder and colder. We'll get as many trees, grass as we can, and I try to do it so it doesn't interfere with the rabbits or the beefalo. And then at some point maybe we can come back up here and replant some. I just like to keep a big number because, like I was saying, it's the traps that help me get rid of the spiders, and it's the traps that help me get rid of the frogs, and it's the traps that have kept us fed through the winter. So I don't mind winter coming. I've got my football helmet that has kept us alive. Like I say, we're still on our first life. We have not found the abandoned farm. We have not found the rhinoceros, as I recall, and we have not found another touchstone. So the rain plagued us all through the spring. I was at my wit's end with the rain. We finally got an umbrella to help with the rain, and it's just, I hate the rain when it comes because it just gets into everything, and it nearly killed me one time because I got so wet. That's when I went back and built an umbrella because I got so tired of being soggy. Alright, so like I say, we did kill a small beefalo one time because we were up here trying to get manure and we were so hungry that we got one away from the herd, killed him, and it saved our life. So all of our little sentiments have to go away in this game because it's too important to stay alive. You've got to not care if the pig people lose their house or if a little baby beefalo has to feed you. This is the game. And there's a butterfly. Do I still have a net? I do not. Okay. We'll just pluck this flower because we need to stay healthy. Okay, so we've got about 14. That's going to help us plant these grasses that we've got. Oh, there's some more beefalo. Let's see if they're... Whoa, they're a little bit ornery over here in this group, so we need to mind our P's and Q's. We have not yet been chased by a beefalo, so we'd rather not experience that wonderful happening. Alright, so we're doing good. We're doing good. And I'm going to knock on wood because life is harsh. It just wants to kick you down every time you turn around. So, oh, see, we're getting cold. I knew we should have taken our thermal stone with us. So we'll go back to camp and we'll regroup and get ready for cold weather. I wish, I haven't even found Chester. No Chester, no second thermal stone. And I don't really see any place on the map that I really haven't been. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do about that. I'm going to need to just look really hard at the map and make sure I think I've been everywhere, because there's only a very few places that I know of that I haven't explored. Oh, we need to get in and get our fire going. And get something to eat. Oh, and there's a rabbit out there. So let's go get our rabbit. I still need to make 2 gates. Come on. We'll grab this corn. We have time. Oh, what a storm. We're going to put some manure on that. Grab that corn too. We won't take the time to seed that one up. We'll wish we had, but we need to get back by the fire and get warm. We can get our umbrella out. And maybe that'll help us. If it doesn't catch fire, we're so close to the flames. All right. So we'll try to get ourselves warm, and then we'll cook a good meal. We've got a couple of corns and a rabbit and some berries. We can make a nice meal. All right. So we'll wait for morning and see what comes around. Okay, morning is here. We've got some meatballs that we cooked. We're going to go ahead and throw the durian in and a couple of these spoiled berries. We'll see what happens with that. We're going to go ahead and cook the rest of these spoiled berries. That'll help them to last a little bit longer. And we sure could use them right now. So we'll go ahead and cook those up and eat them. We have been trying to stretch our food as much as we can. I usually take a journey down and get some birch nuts just as a tide me over if we get in trouble, and definitely want to keep seeds on hand to plant and to sustain us through the tough times. So, and that has helped us a lot. Now, we've been learning a lot. We haven't really had a chance to do a lot of new stuff. I'm going to get my fistful of jam, which is going to sustain us later. And let's see, I've got some grass that I can plant. If it would just quit raining. Let's go over to this side. I need to replant some seeds. There, the rain has stopped. Good. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit woozy. I don't know how many flowers I have. We'll go ahead and pick this. And it's gonna be getting cold. I can hear that north wind a-blowing. It's gonna be coming in on us. We're gonna have to pick some of our flowers. I see we're getting a little low, getting a little wobbly. We do not want to get wobbly. And we've been in the past able to take a journey down and find a lot of flowers, but it's getting harder and harder to find flowers. I think up here is my, well, let's see, where did I plant all that grass? Right up here. I have a lot of grass up here for hardship times. So we'll go ahead and plant these 6. We've just been having to stay close to home because we've been trying to rebuild. Alright, I see a flower way over here. The rabbits are turning white, if you'll notice. And it's getting dark again. I don't know. I guess it's the frogs that growl like that. I'm not real sure. But I hear that every time we're near the frogs. So, let's see. I'm going to eat this watermelon so I can pick up this rock. And here are our sticks. And I don't think I have any sticks to plant right now. So we're doing pretty good. We've got a lot of grass that would see us through. Oh, that was 35 rock. Okay, well, we can fertilize all these grasses and get them going. If this frog will not bite us. Do we have a trap we could lead him to? Come on, dude. I've got something for you. Boogers. Yeah, come here. Oh, there's already something in there. Uh-oh. And I can't carry anything else, so let's... Oh boy, he's a good jumper. Alright, so what I've been doing with these frogs is just, let's eat our fistful of jam. And then we'll be able to pick up whatever's in that trap. I think it was a rabbit. Yeah. Okay. So we'll take that in. And we'll put it in the crock pot with the corn. We don't have any berries. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's get in our chest. And we'll put this umbrella away. Okay. Alright, we have time to go pick some berries before we need to start our fire. We need to get some more butterflies, and they're going to become scarce all through winter, so it's a good thing we have our siesta tent. I don't know how long that's going to last. Maybe I should see what it requires to have that and make sure I can build another one if that one falls apart. Oops, get that. Yeah, we worked really hard to get our football helmet and our umbrella and all the things that have been working to keep us alive. Phew, it's been a long road. There's a charcoal. That's what got me into trouble before. We'll go ahead and get that started and get some of these berries in with this rabbit. And corn. Won't that make a delightful dish? Alright. So we'll go over to the ice box. And we're going to put in our meatballs. I think we ate the fistful of jam, but we'll keep those meatballs in there for a time when we might need them. I've got a pitchfork and I have moved some grass around. I think if I find the abandoned farm or something, that might come in handy. What I'm going to do is put these rocks in there and get my thermal stone out. I still have two pigskins for making football helmets or umbrellas or whatever. So we're doing good in that department. I still have 40 charcoal. Then I have 25 logs right now and 18 pine cones, which I can go plant when it gets light. So we're doing pretty good. Let's see. We'll throw another log on the fire and see if we can see our meatballs over here. Yes. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put those in the freezer too. Our freezer did not burn in the fire. I was very surprised when everything else did. Even the science machine and the alchemy machine just burned right down. The statues are still here though. So we still get our culture. We just had to rebuild everything. One of the torches burned. This one didn't. I was using the torch to run. I would wait until, a few ticks before morning if I knew I was going to go over to the beefalo, and I would just use a torch to make my way to the beefalo so that it was there by daylight. Then I could have longer to pick up the manure and whatnot. So we're learning, and we're on day 84 right now, and I'm thrilled. I've got enough. I can probably make some gates. Let's just review what we needed for the siesta lean-to. I think that was in this area. Yes, boards, rope, and webs. And we have plenty of webs because we fought so many spiders. And then we need some gates. And that requires rope and boards. Okay, so we can make some rope. There were times, and there's things that I have dropped everywhere because I just couldn't handle them right then. And we need to make a couple of more boards. So I have stuff all over the map that's been dropped. But what we really need to do is take a good look at the map and see where we haven't explored, because I mean, where is the abandoned farm? Where is the other touchstone, you know? Where's Chester? I need that buddy to help me. He's my buddy. He's my pocket buddy, and boy, I sure could use his help. Alright, so now we are secure. There will be no frogs getting into our camp again. We do have a sleep dart, and I was going to try that on a buffalo if I got desperate for food, which I have not. And I was going to try it on the mother of all spiders, but I think she perished in the fire. And if she didn't, I'm sure we'll run across her again one day. So let me put a log on the fire. We'll take a look at the map and see if I can find a place that has not been explored. And I really don't, except for the swamp. And you know what? There could be something on the other side of the swamp. And that area down there. Well, in the desert. But I don't know if they'd put that farm in the desert. So, Yep, I guess we're going to have to go explore the swamp. And that is through spider territory, but that's okay because I think we can handle it. We'll take our food with us. We'll make sure that we can get some nets. I think we can leave our rot behind, and I think I was actually keeping that in the freezer. Yes, and the petals were not hurt, so we'll try to leave. They usually turn to rot, but that's okay. And the manure. Oh, that can't go in there. Okay. We may have to make another chest before we go, but let's see. Alright, we're going to put that in there. And I think we kind of really need everything else. Except for the pine cones. So, that's okay. Alright, so we've got some food. Oh, we've got a rabbit. Let's run out and get the rabbit. Come on. Okay, there we go. We have any more food ready? No, it's just started. We'll check the one out front. And I think we should be ready to go. We can go ahead and get started. We won't start a fire. We'll go ahead and get some more berries. We've got 14 berries. And we'll give a chance for these to come back up again before we get more snow, maybe. And we'll take the couple of flowers that we see just to get us through. These seeds we'll take with us for food. And we'll just head out because we have the ability to build a fire. Oh, look, honey. We'll take this honey with us. Yay, those bees finally got busy. We got 4 honey. That's pretty cool. Alright. Here's a flower. We're always looking for flowers, and that's one of the hardest things is flowers, because whew, we just can't seem to ever keep enough flowers to keep us happy. Alright, so we're going to come down here. We've got our thermal stone. We're going to go over this way. We're going to make our way to the swamp, and then when daylight comes, we'll be ready for it. Now, do my buddies have any more flowers that I can have? I don't see any. They've got a few more berries that we can take. We won't take them all. Oh yeah, we're getting cold. We're getting cold. So we'll build our fire right over here by the swamp. Oh yeah. We don't have enough rocks to build a fire pit, so we'll have to make do with this. We'll warm up our thermal stone. We'll quick grab these flowers and get back to the fire before it gets too dark. And watch out for those pesky moles so they don't steal our thermal stone. We're gonna need that. And we've got a rabbit here. We'll go ahead and cook him up. For later. Uh-oh, and here come the penguins. So this is our second winter. We're coming up on day 85. We're doing all right. We're going to go explore that swamp to see what else is back there, because we have not seen the abandoned farm. We have not seen another touchstone. We have not found Chester. He may be wandering out in the desert or in that little patch down below that we haven't walked through yet. So if we make it through the swamp, maybe we'll go explore those areas and see what we can find. My intention was to have a small camp up there by the touchstone. And then when I found the other touchstone, to build another camp by that touchstone. Because I'm tired of having to come back to the touchstone and having an axe and maybe some grass and nothing else. Because if it's cold or if it's hot, we have nothing. So I've decided from now on, wherever there's a touchstone, I'm building a fort. And it just makes sense to me. Uh-oh. That does not make sense to me, however. Spiders? They need to leave me alone. Alright, let's keep that thermal stone warm, warm, warm. We've only got 10 logs. We've got plenty of twigs if we get anxious for wood, but we may have to spend the night in the swamp if it's pretty extensive. Maybe we should stop right now and cut some trees. Oh, there's our first snow. The pigs can take care of the spiders. Uh-oh, there's a jumper. We want to stay out of the way of all these jumpers. Wow. Where is their nest? Oh no, it's the mother of all spiders again. We're out of here. There's too many to deal with. She's a treacherous soul right there. We're out of here. We've got other fish to fry, so to speak. Now we get to fight off the tentacles. Now we get to get cold every 20 feet. Our football helmet. Hey, look here. Here's green grass. I should have known. Because there wasn't a whole lot to explore back there, and there's a whole green section here. We've got some pig meat that unfortunately that poor little town is going to get wiped out by that mother of all spiders. I wish she would come into the swamp. Maybe if she's still there when we come out, we can lure her into the swamp and she will have to contend with the tentacles. And that's a good way to do her in. I've tried burning her out before, and it's a little effective. And I've had the fire staff when I was fighting her before, and that was pretty effective. I don't know if I actually killed her with that or not, because I think you only get 10 shots. So if we get cold, we're going to have to find a safe place pretty quick. We'll have to keep an eye out. Here's a green spot now. That'll help. We'll have carrots, we'll have berries, we have a few flowers over here. La-ti-da, maybe Chester's over here. And we have a safe place to build our fire. Oh yes, we even have a few more trees. We can cook our meat. This might not be such a bad venture after all. It's going to lead us to a whole nother section of the land that we need to explore. So we will check it out. Oh look, flowers. We need to get our thermal stone warm before we do too much exploring, because I know we're going to be back in the swamp. So let's see. Thermal stone. There are moles around, so we'll have to be real careful with our thermal stone. There we go. He was trying to steal it. I couldn't pick it up for some reason. Picking it up now, he's got me scared. Uh-oh. It was nice and glowing red. We're gonna eat our meat. We're doing good. We still have carrots and honey. Build up that fire. We can still travel. I like being on this green land. So this is the second spot of green land we've hit. We're looking out for that eye bone. I'd really love to find it. Oh wow, there's a whole nother section. Who would have thought all this was over here? Uh-oh. Spiders. There's spiders. Uh-oh. And penguins. Maybe they'll tangle and leave us alone. I'm gonna take all this grass and flowers I can find. I like to explore in the winter because I can't grow any crops at home anyway. The berries will stop going. So if I can find some new territory and new supplies, new places to get bees. I had the devil of a time finding yellow bees to build my bee box. I kept running into red bees and they'd come after me, and I was having the devil of a time. But finally found some yellow bees. I had one honeycomb. And we need to get more honeycombs. That's for sure. I also need a shovel. And I'm going to drop this spear because it's only 7%. And I could use... I have one that's 98%, so I'm not going to take up pocket space with an almost expired spear. So we're going to get some of this grass. And we're going to throw one on the fire to try to conserve our logs. And then we'll wait for morning. Well, we'll cut this one short. We are going to get something to eat and then carry on this new exploration in the morning. You can see that we are far from where we started, and there's a whole new section of land that's covering most of the different environments that we have. So I'm hoping to find the abandoned farm and Chester. So please join us next time. If you liked the video, please hit the like button. And if you'd like to subscribe and see more, this is a big map. We're not quite done with it yet. So if we survive the winter, we'll go back to our camp and try to find another touchstone and build our second camp there. But join us, won't you? MessHazel out.